Hello, today we are going to learn about some more amazing animals that can survive in the Mojave Desert. So at this time, you need Mojave Part 2, the reading. You need the text, Mojave Part 2. So make sure that you have it. As always, if you don't have it at this moment, please pause the video and then we'll resume. So I am on page 332. Woo, some interesting animals here. Look, it looks like we have a scorpion. If you look at the text feature, there's a couple text features. There's some photographs, which is a text feature. And then I actually see some captions. Captions are a text feature that explain photographs. So I think actually today I'm going to look at the captions first because I'm really curious about what we're going to read about. Okay, so it says a scorpion uses its leg to raise its body above the hot ground. So that must be one way it's able to survive in the hot Mojave Desert. Wow, this jackrabbit, it looks so different. It looks so big, but look at its ears. A jackrabbit's long ears help it to stay cool. Wow, it has some really fascinating ears. I don't think my ears look that cool. Escaping the heat. Desert animals are all alike in one way. They find ways to avoid midday heat. Okay, so avoid midday heat. What do you think that means? Think about like when it's the beginning of the school year. Do you remember the beginning of the school year? And then we have recess. We have recess after lunch. You go out, you play, you run, you come back in, and your face is all red, right? Woo, you are hot. You are really hot. That is midday. It's like 12 o'clock is midday. It's really hot that time of day. You're sweating, you need to drink some water because it's so hot. For the animals, it's really hot too. But for them, they have to do some different things in order to stay alive. Maybe they can't sweat like humans, right? So they have some different ways to stay away from that heat at 12 o'clock or midday. So they try to avoid or stay away from it. Different animals do this in different ways. Most of them rest during the hottest time of the day or of day. They are active in cooler times, like moving around, such as mornings, evenings, and nights. Different animals avoid heat in different ways. Scorpions usually hide in shady places. However, if a scorpion must be out in daytime, it can stand tall on its legs. This is called stilting. Wow, that's a really special word, stilting. Some of you, maybe as you're starting to research your vertebrate, maybe you've noticed some really like special words that be like kind of help to really describe some things that your animal does or what your animal looks like. So this is a really special word for scorpions. So they do something called stilting. It keeps the scorpion's body from touching the hot surface. I really like too, I've never heard of stilting before, but I really like how in this writing, it kind of helps me to know what stilting means. So when this author wrote, they kind of help the reader understand what stilting is because they kind of explain it, they give a definition. So you can think about your animal, if it has any special words like this, maybe later on, you can kind of help the reader to understand what that means. A snake, of course, cannot stilt because it has no legs. On a hot day, some snakes and lizards crawl up into bushes. There, the air is cooler than on the hot soil surface. Okay. Wow, so you can even, so this photograph really actually helps you understand what the stilting looks like. I can actually picture it because it gives me the photograph. That's pretty cool. Next page. Most desert animals also escape the heat by seeking shelter under bushes, rocks, and other shady places. Black-tailed jackrabbits sprawl in the shade, so they stay in the shade, like where it's covered and there's a shadow and you're not under the sun. Some of you like to do that at recess as well. Black-tailed jackrabbits sprawl in the shade. They lose body heat, so they give off body heat by panting or breathing rapidly. So if I didn't know what panting was, that's a special word, panting. Can you guys say panting? Not painting, panting. Panting. It's like breathing rapidly, so that means like fast. That is panting. So normally, like when I think of panting, I think about a dog. When a dog's been outside on a really hot day, like, or if I play fetch with a dog, they're like, right? They pant. So actually, that's what the jackrabbit does as well. That's one way they are able to stay cool. Heat is also given off by many tiny blood vessels. So that's like little passages of blood that help put blood throughout your body. We have blood vessels too, but tiny blood vessels in their large ears. Oh my goodness. Okay, so really quick, do you see the jackrabbit's ears? Do you kind of see those like lines, right? You can see it better with this ear, but do you see those lines? Those are called blood vessels. So that's like the like kind of like passageways or little tunnels that the blood can go throughout the body. And these blood vessels help to release heat through the rabbit's ears. Wow, pretty cool. All right, next page, cool and safe underground. Many desert animals seek the coolness of underground burrows. Hey, some of your animals make burrows. Is there, like, think about your vertebrates. Some of your vertebrates, they do these burrows. The afternoon soil temperature may be as hot as 140 degrees Fahrenheit. Woo! F stands for Fahrenheit. That is a measurement that's used mostly in America. But normally we use Celsius. But even if you're used to Celsius, 140 you can imagine is really hot. Just a foot or two underground, the temperature might be 85 degrees. So that's a lot cooler. That's cool, and that's like warm, like that 85 degrees basically. You can go outside and you're not necessarily like sweating very hard. It feels good. Burrows protect animals from heat and also from cold. Desert nights are often chilly. Winter snow sometimes falls in the Mojave. Wow, that surprises me. They get snow in the winter sometimes. So burrows are like homes and tunnels that are built under the ground where the animals can live and stay cooler. Next paragraph. Desert, hey, we should know this word. Desert tortoises. Can you guys say tortoises? Tortoises, 3 sounds, tortoises. Desert tortoises spend most of their lives in burrows they dig. They come out in the spring to eat plant leaves, flowers, and fruit. Because their burrows are big and often several feet long, there is room for other animals too. A tortoise burrow is an excellent hiding and resting place for kangaroo rats, rabbits, snakes, lizards, owls, and other small desert creatures. Some join a sleeping tortoise. Others use an abandoned burrow. So it seems like these animals find the holes and tunnels underground to live in. Oh, if you look at the photograph, it says these owl chicks make a comfortable home in this abandoned burrow. Wow, so cute. Next page. Some desert animals also use their hideouts in a different way. In the evening, scorpions wait just inside their shelters for their next meal. A lizard, beetle, or even another scorpion might pass by. These moving animals make ground vibrations that scorpions can feel. Ah, okay. The vibrations alert scorpions that an animal is nearby. Some scorpions can sense vibrations in the air by flying insects. They can reach out and grab the low flying moth. That's scary. Whew. Okay. So be careful if you go around the burrows in the Mojave Desert. Okay, so if you look at this other photograph, the hard shell of a desert tortoise protects it from predators. So that's one way that this animal, the tortoise, can stay safe is because of its hard protective shell. Okay, can you guys say tortoise? Tortoise. Okay, making sure you can say it right. Page 336, morning warmth. Desert animals have many different ways to avoid overheating. That's getting too hot. Sometimes, however, they need to get warm. At night, the desert air is quite cool. By dawn, some animals need to warm up. Lizards and snakes crawl to a sunny place. Hey, really quick. So some animals need to warm up because they are cold-blooded. That means their body temperature is the same temperature as their environment or where they are at the moment. So they need to warm up. They turn their bodies toward the sun to raise their body temperature. Desert iguanas have an amazing ability for warming and also for cooling. They change color. Ooh, I like that. In the morning, their skin is dark. This helps them absorb heat from the sun. Then the day gets hotter and hotter. By early afternoon, the iguana skin has turned white, reflecting. Remember, we talked about that yesterday. White reflects the sunlight. Then, as the air becomes cooler, their skin in the evening, their skin darkens again. Okay, that's so cool, guys. So whenever it's like warm and sunny, their skin turns white so that it can reflect the heat. But whenever it's starting to get nighttime and it's cooler temperature, their skin turns dark so it can take in the heat. That's pretty amazing, actually. So this is what we call, again, an adaptation. Adaptation. So all of these things that the animals can do or the way their body is made so that they can live in the desert is called an adaptation. And you can actually kind of see the photographs. It really shows how their skin is darker and then lighter depending on the time of day. That's awesome. Like iguanas, some birds need to warm their bodies after a chilly night. Roadrunners turn their backs toward the sun and raise their body feathers. Their skin is black. It absorbs sun energy. When warm enough, roadrunners join in the competition for food. They dash to hunt for lizards and small snakes. Roadrunners live very well in deserts. Like all of the other Mojave animals, they are wonderfully adapted to thrive or to really live well in a dry, hot environment. So are scorpions, jackrabbits, chuckwallas, and tortoises. They all make the Mojave a lively, fascinating place. So it's pretty cool. Do you guys remember reading about roadrunners if you were here last semester? So like before Christmas? We did read a story about roadrunners dance. So this roadrunner cools off in the shade of a tree. You can see a picture there. And then here you see after warming up, this roadrunner is ready to run fast to catch its prey. So you're going really fast. Okay, so that is it. Actually, the person that wrote this article, basically his name was Lawrence Pringle. Growing up, he loved to explore the outdoors. He liked to do tramping through the woods, splashing through ponds and streams, and fishing in the oceans. His other strong interest was reading, so writing about nature made perfect sense. Among his other books are Snakes, Strange and Wonderful, Come to the Ocean's Edge, and A Dragon in the Sky, the story of a green darner dragonfly. When he's not writing, he still enjoys hiking and fishing. So it seems like the author has a really big heart and passion for doing stuff outside. He really enjoys it. So he likes to actually share, I think, his joy of the outdoors and nature and animals with others like us. At this time, you can go ahead and do the Mojave questions part 2.